For the past year and a half, the Armenian Bar Association has been fortunate to be led by a man who has dedicated his every day to the betterment of our organization. He has worked tirelessly to promote the Armenian Bar Association both within and outside the legal profession. He's been a charter member of this organization since 1989, and for nearly 28 years, he has been at the ground level, on the ground, working for the ABA, and today, he is our leader. I'd like to invite our two-term chairman of the Armenian Bar Association, Saro Kerkonian, to the stage.
This is such a thrill. I want to welcome everyone to the Armenian Bar Association's annual Judges Night. We're so excited that all of you could join us tonight. Before I give my prepared remarks, I want to tell a little bit of a story. This next year is going to be my 30th anniversary as a member of the California State Bar. Yeah. Thank you. And a lot has changed over those 30 years. I know my colleagues who are baby boomers like I am. You've seen a lot of changes in society and in the courthouse. First of all, when I started my law practice, we didn't have these balls and chains holding us down all the time, right? Now I got to carry two of them. And then we didn't even have personal computers back in the day, so a lot has changed. But probably the most significant change that I remember as an Armenian is that when I first started practicing, and I'd call opposing counsel's office, and they'd inevitably ask me my name, and I'd say, "My name is Saro Kerkonian." "Excuse me?" Usually the response, "Saro Kerkonian. Could you spell that, please?" "Yes, Sarokerkonian." And then, but nowadays, with so many Armenians living in California, the conversation has changed quite a bit. Now it goes something like this. "Hello, yes, may I have your name?" "Saro Kerkonian. Would you like me to spell that?" "Oh, no, I got it, no problem. Is that with an IAN or a YAN?" IAN. "Oh, you're Western Armenian." "Yes." "Parev, inshpesek." "Hi, how are you?" So much has changed. But anyway, tonight we celebrate. Tonight we celebrate the distinguished careers and life legacy of three of our nations and our state's top jurists: the Honorable Victor Chavez, the Honorable Huey Cotton, and the Honorable Holly Fougier. Tonight, we celebrate all of our members of the judiciary. You have come out in record numbers to honor your own. That says a lot about you. Even more, it says a lot about Judges Chavez, Cotton, and Fougier. Tonight, we celebrate the strength and serenity that comes from the great diversity that is the California Republic. Now, at the cusp of entering our fourth decade of community service, and at the very heart of the mission of the Armenian Bar Association is an unbridled commitment to first fiercely defend the independence of the judicial branch of government and to zealously advocate for the sanctity of a nation governed by the rule of law. We deeply believe in these tenets of civilized society because our families, unfortunately, know full well the societal dismantling and dispossession that may result when the separation of powers is eroded and the check of an equal branch of government is destroyed in order to concentrate power in the hands of an executive set on unbalancing the scales of governmental parity. While we remain nonpartisan, non-denominational, all-inclusive, and all-encompassing, as officers of the court, we reject and find utterly abhorrent scandalous attacks on our judiciary. Whether or not the invective is sourced in a mere pedestrian on the street or a sitting president, no one has the right or standing to defame our judiciary by asserting that you are inherently biased simply because we are of Mexican, African American, Asian, Jewish, Armenian, or any other descent. To us, such statements are deplorable attempts to undermine the integrity of our judicial system. Honesty knows no race. Integrity knows no creed. Decency knows no color. Truth and justice know only themselves. Tonight, we applaud our judiciary, which is the jurisprudential envy of the world. And as our judicial officers here tonight can attest to, all of this is accomplished on a shoestring budget, which is far less in comparison to that of the executive and legislative counterparts. Yes, tonight we celebrate and thank each and every one of you for your devoted public service, for your allegiance to the independence of our judiciary, and most importantly, for every day instilling in the public the trust that our courtrooms of California are bastions where the rule of law and not men or mortals reigns supreme. Thank you. How do you like our flag display here? Thank you, Gerard. He got this together for us, and it was suggested that I make a few comments and reflect on the importance of these flags in the lives of our members and our organization. First, the beautiful Stars and Stripes. When I reflect on the Stars and Stripes, I think of 130,000 orphans, 130,000 children who lost their mothers, fathers, brothers, sisters, uncles, aunts, grandmothers, grandfathers during the Armenian genocide. Who do you think came to their aid in their hour of greatest need? Old Glory. You may not know this, but Armenians remember the benevolence of the American people very well. I reflect on America's undertaking through Congress of the largest humanitarian relief effort in U.S. history at the time. American families across the country would collect funds until billions in today's dollars were raised to bring aid to the orphaned Armenians. When I see the Stars and Stripes, I think of President Woodrow Wilson declaring the boundaries of Armenia in an arbitral award that he prepared under the Treaty of Sèvres. I remember him, President Wilson, calling on the U.S. Senate to declare a mandate over Armenia. When I see the Stars and Stripes, I see the United States opening its doors with open arms to refugees from the Armenian genocide, inviting them to settle in towns across America, from Worcester and Watertown, Massachusetts, to Troy and Albany, New York, where our honorary life member, Governor George Deukmejian, and Justice Arabian, and Richard, you're from that part of town too, right? And to Fresno, Detroit, Chicago, and of course, Los Angeles. We remember the great benevolence and humanity of America. Next, we have the flag of the Republic of Armenia. And when I see the Armenian Republic's flag, this is the realization of the dream of a free and independent homeland for the Armenian people. I reflect on the founder of the Armenian Bar Association, Mr. Rafi Hovhannisyan, who became Armenia's first foreign minister. He's a member of the California State Bar. I reflect upon those early days of independence when the country lacked electricity and hot water, and how under those very difficult situations, your colleague, Former Armenian Bar Chairman Judge Zaven Sinanyan worked in the foreign ministry, and with Rafi at the helm, they worked together to achieve Armenia's independence into the United Nations. When I see the Armenian flag, I remember how the Armenian Bar Association brought Chief Justices from the Armenian Supreme Court and several Associate Justices to the United States so that they could have judicial exchanges with other judges here and learn how justice is administered in the United States of America. I think about our three-term chairman, Armen Ovanesyan, and member Mesrop Budagalyan, who just recently traveled to Armenia to monitor elections there, to ensure that the electorate of Armenia are empowered and can freely exercise their right to vote. Our third flag, you may not recognize it. It is the flag of the Republic of Artsakh. This flag represents the promise of the future of the Armenian people. It is the flag of the Republic of Artsakh. Artsakh, under the Soviet Union, was an Armenian-populated autonomous oblast. As the Soviet Union was collapsing, they began a life and death struggle for self-determination, which continues at this very moment. Our member, Ruben Malikian, is the human rights defender and ombudsman of the Republic of Artsakh. When I see the Artsakh flag, I remember our two-term chairman, Daro Ghazarian, recently traveling to Artsakh, and through his efforts, on November 1st, the Armenian Bar Association established and is financing a pro bono legal clinic in conjunction with Yerevan State University and Artsakh State University. This complements our numerous pro bono activities here in the United States. When I reflect on the flag of the state of California, by the way, I love this flag because there's a bear on it. I reflect on the towns such as Tulare, Selma, Sanger, Fowler, and Fresno, where the first wave of Armenian immigrants settled in the 1880s. I think of Yetem, which means Eden in Armenian, a town in the San Joaquin Valley which was founded on Armenians. Yes, for Armenians, we learned right away that California was our Eden, a place where we could live, call home, and thrive. And now I reflect upon our great city of Glendale, which I'm a proud citizen of, which has the largest per capita population of Armenians outside of the Republic of Armenia. Finally, I reflect on the last flag, that is the flag of the Armenian Bar Association. This organization is a non-profit charitable organization founded in 1989. We have several committees which the organization operates under: the Armenian Rights Watch Committee, the Armenian Genocide Reparations Committee, Pro Bono Committee, Continuing Legal Education Committee, and we recently founded a Judicial Evaluations Committee, and we have a scholarship committee which boasts 3 scholarships. And I want to acknowledge tonight 2 very special guests of ours, Vahik and Meline Kazanjian, who are benefactors of the Andrei Kazanjian Memorial Legal Scholarship. Thank you, Vahik and Meline. I believe one of the scholarship recipients of the Andrei Kazanjian Scholarship is here tonight as well, Anahid Sarkisyan. Anahid, we welcome you as well. And we also have a mentor-mentee program and many other programs that our organization is involved in. Finally, I wish to thank my Board of Governors and the organizing committee for giving me this great honor of serving our organization as its chairman. It's really an apex in my professional career, and I want to personally thank the organizing committee, including Gayane Kachumyan, Jacqueline Boyajian, Ara Babayan, Michael Amirian, Tino Ojafian, our beautiful host, Mistress of Ceremonies, Vana Katsinyan, Lucy Barbetian, our Judicial Evaluations Committee co-chair, along with Garo Azarian, and Armin Hovanesian, our 3-term chairman, and Garo Azarian, who is our chairman. He's also on the Glendale Civil Service Commission. He chaired this event, and they put in countless hours to make this event the success that it is tonight. So once again, thank you all for coming. I'm sorry I went too long, but I'm so happy you could join us tonight.